Good morning, everyone. This is your midweek message from Salem Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Aaron Holmgren, and this is for February 22nd, otherwise known as Ash Wednesday. Now, first announcement off the bat, we are canceling all activities for today, in person, that is, just because of this potential bad weather. And it kind of pains me to say that because I thought we were going to get more. We'll see what happens, but we just don't know what the wind's going to do. We also don't know what kind of heavy snowfall we're going to get. So for clarity's sake, we're just going to cancel all in-person activities. We will offer a live streamed online version to mark the day at 7 o'clock. It will be live streamed from my house, similar to how we did the what service was that? Oh, the longest night service back in December. So you can look forward to that, to joining us in spirit in worship tonight online. Otherwise, we will do the imposition of ashes on Sunday. It's not a communion Sunday, so it'll be really easily inserted into the service where we normally would do communion. And we will still mark the start of Lent through this practice of the imposition of ashes. And we'll get into that on Sunday. So other announcements, we have our Lenten worship services beginning March 1st and going through all the Wednesdays of March. There's an 11 o'clock for that as well, followed by a lunch and a 7 o'clock preceded by a dinner. So those will be, the 7 o'clock will be Holden evening prayer, and the 11 o'clock will be an adapted matins service. But both of them will lift up the theme of how can we keep from singing. We have members within this congregation who are going to share their story about a beloved hymn and what it means for their faith or for the stories that they have to tell around this hymn. So I'm really looking forward to that, to hearing some of these faith stories through the lens of a favorite hymn. If you are not sick of me talking yet, if you want to pop over to St. Stephen's, I've done another Morning Moments series with them. It's a 7-day series. So you can find that on their St. Stephen's Facebook page for this week. This is my 3rd series with them. It's been a lot of fun. It helps me think through different themes and the like. So available to everyone. Otherwise, pay attention to the announcements in the links of this email, or if you're catching this on YouTube or on Facebook, you can find other announcements on our website. Now to get to the reflection. Again, I'm going with the weather. I really kind of wanted this to be the big one that they were all talking about. The storm of the century, the storm of a generation, or at least the top 3 snowfall for Minnesota. It doesn't look like it's going to pan out that way, which makes me slightly disappointed. And I say that out of a place of privilege in which, like, I don't have to travel long distances in order to do my work and support my family. So I realize that some people, a heavy snowfall is a very dangerous situation. So I want to acknowledge that. But I was kind of hoping for a snowfall that would rival that of the Halloween of '91, because that is the snow story that everyone in Minnesota tells. And I was not here for the Halloween of '91, nor was my dad, who grew up in Minnesota. He was down in Ohio with me. So I don't share that snow story. And I think out of a bit of just kind of maybe ego or pride or something, I wanted a story to rival that. I wanted a new snow story. I wanted the Ash Wednesday of 23 to be the story that we could all go to. I mean, sure, the Dome Buster of 2010, I was there for that, but I wanted something big. And what does that say about me? Uh, I think that in Lent we are called to examine ourselves in many different aspects of our life. Tonight we'll hear about the ways in which we practice our piety, um, and I think that this kind of desire to have the big snow story in my lifetime, it just points out an odd thing within humans is sometimes we like to um, have the big stories in our lives that we can share because we were a part of it. And I think as Christians, we have the big story. We have the story of Christ in our lives that we are called to share each and every day. And so I'm going to wrestle with that myself. I don't quite have a nice bow for this meditation or thought today. I just wonder, what are the stories we tell, and what stories do we get excited about telling? Are we excited about telling the story of Christ, which ideally is something we all share? I hope we are, and I think we are. I think that's why we gather on every chance we have to worship, to read the stories of Scripture. But I know that on some days it doesn't play out that way. And so that's what Lent is for, is to examine that within our lives and to reconcile with God so that we are excited about this story that we all share. So I'm still pondering this, and maybe you can ponder it as well with me. But for now, blessings on your day, and blessings to the start of this season of Lent.